Hello and welcome to episode 33 of my trophy guide for Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. It is now time to finish up the base game for good. First, visit the smithy and craft the Breaker Charm 1. Then, fully upgrade it. You will need materials from Tempered Bambro in the Guiding Lands. It can appear in the Wildspire and Coral region, so you shouldn't have trouble finding it. Make sure you have the Breaker Charm 3 equipped and then also equip the Hunter's Headgear Alpha. And with that we are ready for the final grind in the base game. Talk to Ecological Research and take a look at the research level for the monsters. You can also access these in your Hunter's notes, but it won't update reliably unless you talk to Ecological Research first, so just always check here. We now need to reach the maximum research level for most monsters in the base game. The fastest way is to either collect its tracks or to hunt it over and over while focusing on breaking its body parts. There are research level caps for high rank and master rank. You can only reach the maximum research level for any monster if you have spotted it at least once on each rank it appears on. The 3 ranks are visualized by the colors green, yellow and purple for low rank, high rank and master rank respectively. Lastly, I want to mention that your optimal way of leveling might differ from mine. The best way is to go onto quests that feature as many monsters that you still need as possible. I also want to quickly mention that I go into much more detail on research levels and part breaks in episode 0. There are 3 different amounts of levels that have to be reached depending on the monster. First, these monsters require you to reach research level 9, meaning to progress you will have to have seen them on low rank, high rank and master rank. The fastest way to level Great Jagras is through any of the multi-monster event quests. If you only still need Great Jagras, then take on the low-rank event quest USJ Gold Star Treatment. Breakable body parts are its head and its forelegs. The fastest way to level Kuliyaku is actually through gathering its tracks, since it leaves behind so many of them. The fastest way to level Puki Puki is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left wing and its right wing. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Baroth is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Also make use of the car wash method, where you gather some water moss and wash off all its mud before starting the hunt. Breakable body parts are its forearms, its left hind leg and its right hind leg. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon, or its crown if you are using an impact type weapon. The fastest way to level Duratodus is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Again, you can make use of the car wash method to wash off the mud from its head, body, tail and legs for 1 extra part break each. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its legs and its tail. The fastest way to level Tobikadachi is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head, its back, its forelegs and its tail. The fastest way to level Anjanath is to hunt both specimens in the low-rank event quest Timberland Troublemakers. Breakable body parts are its head, its left leg and its right leg. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Rathian is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are her head, her body, her left wing and her right wing. Also her tail if you are using a sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Ziziyaku is through the high rank event quest A Flash in the Pan. The only breakable body part is its antenna. The fastest way to level Paolumu is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its body, its left wing, its right wing, and its tail. The fastest way to level Great Gyros is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head and its forelegs. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Redoban is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head bones twice, its back bones, its left leg bone twice, and its right leg bone twice. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Ligiana is through the level 7 optional quest, Talons of Ire and Ice. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left wing, its right wing, and its tail. The fastest way to level Odogron is to hunt both specimens in the high rank event quest, A Rush of Blood. Breakable body parts are its head, its forelegs, its hind legs, and its tail. Also its tail again if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Rathalos is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left wing, and its right wing. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Diablos is through the event quest This Is How Revolts Start. Breakable body parts are its horns twice and its body. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. Next, these monsters require you to reach level 7, meaning you will to have seen them on high rank and master rank. The fastest way to level Dodogama is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head and its forelimbs. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Pancrathian is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are her head, her body, her left wing, and her right wing. Also her tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Levasioth is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left leg, its right leg, and its tail. However, you can only break any of these while they are heated, so make use of torch pots with your slinger to heat up its body parts. The fastest way to level Uragan is through the high rank event quest Rollin with the Uragan. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, and its tail. Also its tail again if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Azur Rathalos is through any of the multi-monster event quests. Breakable body parts are his head, his body, his left wing, and his right wing. Also his tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Black Diablos is through the high rank event quest This Is How Her Revolts Start. Breakable body parts are her horns twice and her body. Also her tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Teostra is through the level 8 optional quest Infernal Monarchy. Breakable body parts are his left wing, his right wing, and also his head, but only once he is below 20% health. Also his tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Lunastra is through the level 8 optional quest Infernal Monarchy. Breakable body parts are her left wing, her right wing, and also her head, but only once she is below 20% health. Also her tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Kushala Aura is through the level 9 optional quest The Sapphire Star's Guidance. Breakable body parts are its left wing, its right wing, and also its head, but only once it is below 20% health. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. Lastly, these monsters require reaching research level 4 as they only appear on high rank. Level 4 of Zoramacros will automatically be reached by progressing the story. The fastest way to level Basilgeuse is through its optional quest. However, you would have to go through a long quest line to just unlock this, so if you don't already have it unlocked, then simply hunt it in the high rank event quest No Tomorrow for Usurpers. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left wing, and its right wing. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Deviljo is through the high rank event quest The Heart of the Nora. Breakable body parts are its head and its chest. Also its tail if you are using a Sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Norgigante is through the high rank event quest The Throne Taker. Breakable body parts are its horns twice. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon. Breaking its regrowing spikes does not increase the research level. The fastest way to level Valhazak is through its level 8 optional quest, Stirrings from the Grave. Breakable body parts are its head, its body, its left foreleg and its right foreleg. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon. The fastest way to level Xeno'jiiva is through its high rank event quest, Keeper of the Otherworld. Breakable body parts are its head, its left foreleg, its right foreleg and its wings. Also its tail if you are using a sever type weapon, but only after starting phase 2. This is me farming for all the mentioned levels. I already had the maximum research level for some monsters. We already farmed Ziziyaku tracks to bring the Coral region to level 7. We already farmed Nargigante, Teostra and Kushala Daora tracks while grinding high rank Elder Dragon investigations. And I personally already reached the max for Xeno'jiiva during my 100 multiplayer quest grind. During this grind I also pick up the Elderslayer trophy for slaying 50 Elder Dragons, yet another trophy that you will obtain eventually when following this guide. We now have reached the required research level for all monsters except Kirin. That concludes this step. Again, there is space for more in here, but replicating this episode can easily take you a few days. I will see you in the next one.